Everybody, it's Invictus. Time to another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome and going on into the new week with a great start here. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes. Obviously, we had some banger runs over the weekend and one not so great run, but you know what? It was still a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people enjoyed it as well. Thank you all very much for the support. Like I said, I hope your weekends have been going awesome. Here's your meme/screenshot of the day, submitted here by Roadkill Catgirl. Title of the thread on the Sinvicta subreddit was, what's the opposite of Sinvicta navigation? Yeah, that would be that. If there was a dictionary, that would be it right there. The opposite of Sinvicta navigation is having an XL floor on the depths or Necropolis. I think it's depths. And taking one step to the left and being right at the boss room. So thank you very much, Roadkill Catgirl, and everyone who upvoted that one. Great name, by the way. Let's hop on in and get rocking and rolling. We got ourselves an R key. Okay. Man, this dude, again, the terrible tears rate. Romeo, Quebec, Zulu, Sierra, 7, Foxtrot, Quebec, 9. This might be, I mean, if we got the Doc Brown haircut too, but ugh. Good Lord, man. Not only do we have terrible tears, but we also have a pretty annoying item for a passive item this time. We are starting with 3 soul hearts, which means that we can't possibly not get a double deal on the next floor. But unless if there's some sweeping, and I mean sweeping, changes to our tears rate, we are going to have to do a tactical R key, and that's just going to be the end of it here. So really quickly, I'm gonna pull up Saturday's question of the episode, because I forgot to ask it yesterday because it was such a whirlwind run. That was a great greed run too. If you haven't seen Saturday's run, go check it out. But I did forget to read the question of the episode from last Saturday, so apologies to Azazel4692. Give me a second here to dodge this room here, and I'll read your question, because it was an interesting one and something that's been asked before. But I'm gonna read the whole dang paragraph. It's a full honking paragraph. Azazel4692 said, question of the episode idea. Today I lost my 62 win streak on as Tainted Keeper. Died to a 10,000 mile an hour moving spider. So I'm guessing some type of smooth. My question idea is, would you and the Mosh Pit be interested in the next like streak goal being a Tainted Keeper week? It would be amazing. It would be an amazing moment to refill that poor donation machine. Part of the challenge to get 990 coins back. And I also want to show everybody that Tainted Keeper is not as easy of a character to play. I love him, but you have to be careful at every single moment, even during a 50 damage plus run. I don't know how many close death experiences I had with him. So first off, rest in peace to your streak. I know how much that is horrible, and that can be traumatizing sometimes, but you know, it's the best thing about losing a streak like that is that you get to start a brand new one. That's always been my philosophy. As far as a Tainted Keeper week goes, I think people would get very bored of that on my channel anyway. As he is consistently one of the most powerful characters that I've ever played in Repentance Plus. So a Tainted Keeper run every now and then. I almost did a Tainted Keeper run today until I realized that we were at 1100 if we win this one on the win streak. But Tainted Keeper is one of my favorite characters to play in Repentance Plus. And if you haven't seen any of my Repentance Plus Keeper runs, definitely go check those out, Zazel, and anyone else too, because they are so much fun. So I think that it would get old pretty quickly doing a Tainted Keeper week for like a theme week or something like that. But I will play him sometime this week. If it might be for Wacky Wednesday or possibly Random Run Day on Sunday, something like that. So, and yeah, he is. You know, I talk about it on Tainted Keeper runs, even with how good and how powerful he is. The danger is always there. You're essentially playing as the Lost with Holy Mantle. Minus the point that obviously you can still recover your Holy Mantle in the same room, that being, you know, coins for HP. But he is fragile. He's a very much a glass cannon character. Not a big fan of Pink Haunt because he can do that. Pink Haunt is one of those fights that if you don't have a lot of good movement speed, you're going to get cooked very quickly. He doesn't do the spread shot, but he does that random shot, which I am pretty much guaranteed to get hit by at least once, as you can clearly see. And we get Pageant Boy. That's just super great. Yeah, this is 100% going to be a Tattoo Archie. There's the unknown. So now we go on to today's question of the episode from last Sunday, which was the Sacred Sunday episode. Thank you to, again, Marcus Cannon, who's got a little bit of a question of the episode streak. Now, it's not a lot of competition. All the other questions are getting buried or just not getting upvotes, or there's just not a whole lot of them. So congrats to Marcus for having our first ever question of the episode streak since Ronnie and Sea-Dog don't really post too much anymore. But Marcus said, question of the episode, how did the chance to help with the new Repentance Plus come to you? I feel like it would be a really great story. Did they just contact you on some random day out of the blue, or was it because you're lately talking with them about different bugs in the game? What happened? So I don't have any real direct contact with the developers on like a formal level. Does that make sense? I've known Ed for quite a while now, and I've spoken with Ed. I don't speak to him too much anymore right now because he's busy with stuff. But we still chit-chat every now and then. But obviously, my relationship with Zombolis, talking to him, meeting him, doing the interviews and stuff, has definitely spearheaded a lot of testing opportunities for me. So, but Zombolis is going to be your and my primary contact with anything Isaac related. He's been instrumental in helping balance things, but he's not the end all be all either. There's still a whole balance team and programmers that work on Isaac, and they all do a myriad of different tasks. And I'm not in contact with any of them. Zombolis is the only person that I'm in contact with. But as far as testing for Repentance Plus, that was something that was given to me by Ed. It was approved by him and Zombolis. I got the all clear, and I tested it for a little while, and it was a lot of fun. I felt very honored to be able to do that stuff, and also they do value feedback from an experienced player, and I really appreciate that as well. And that's something, of course, I don't take anything for granted, but that's especially something that I don't take for granted. Being able to be in direct contact, even just contacting them is truly a privilege. So, and I do not bother Ed with anything Isaac related anymore, because he's so hype about Mugenics and everything and other stuff that I'm so very much looking forward to playing Mugenics, starting a series on it. That's going to be the new Isaac. I'm telling you, Eugenics will be the new Isaac. In a different sense, in that it's not going to replace Isaac, but it's certainly going to be a very long-running episode. Gonna take no here, so we don't have to worry about active items. Get adrenaline, which is yep. It probably is best for us to use the hermit card in this curse room here. But yeah, there's no real secret on how I became or got into a position of being able to give feedback and test stuff. I always talk to Zombolis more than anybody on the team, and he is the wow, dude. See right there, that's the perfect reason why I absolutely hate Scapegoat. You never know when he's going to drop its aggro. Yeah, so we're 4.5 volt. I mean, it doesn't do anything for us right now, but it could, because we are obviously going to get rid of Archie soon. I mean, I honestly don't know how long this run's going to last. We need to see some significant movement in our tears rate. But at this point, we're not even going to be able to take a devil deal unless we can get a soul heart and or lives. And again, Scapegoat's screwing up everything here because we don't know when it drops its aggro. And the Gapers tend to run all around the place, and their paths will change like that on a dime, and that's not good. Yeah, I feel very honored to be able to talk about Isaac stuff on a official level with the team. Thank you. Mohaunt. I kind of needed that bomb. Is there a bomb left in the store? And just for, I'm telling you right now, just forget about boss rush. It's not happening because we're going to Arkey absolutely before Depths 2. I can tell you that. It's just a matter of when. I know the super secret room's here, by the way. I'm gonna take a list, or I'm gonna take a risk here, and go for this golden chest. We have enough keys, and I'm hoping that we get money, a bomb, and a key back. But a bomb and money would be sufficient. And we get, on top of that, we get a soul heart. Okay, so now we have a chance of getting a devil deal now because we have 4 HP, I believe. The reason why I wanted the bomb is because I want to go into the super secret room. This could potentially be some other good stuff here. We're going to head on over to the boss, and it would feel like a crime to pop Arkey on floor 2, but I'm telling you right now, brother, I'm almost there. I mean, this is, I don't know what the deal is with the bad being so bad for Tears rate. Oh god, this is terrifying. The fact that Blighted Ovum, we don't know who he's going after, and then the little Blighted Ovum doing the Brimstone, that can change any second too. We're just gonna sit here. Yeah, that's a good spot. This is not a good spot anymore. You need to get away from Scapegoat. Get a damage up. And the mark is going to give us movement speed and damage. It's not Tears, but hey, it's something. So we forestall the Arkey for at least one more floor here, because at least we have a lot of damage now. Okay. So you might be asking, well, what is the point of you picking up 4.5 volt here if you're going to hold on to the no trinket? Well, the no trinket prevents us from getting screwed by an active item right now. We're holding on. We're holding on to the idea that we're eventually going to get rid of the Arkey, which is going to be sooner than later. I can tell you that. And the 4.5 volt is just an evergreen. It's always going to be good in pretty much every single scenario. Oh man, Maggie's Faith is just... Now I say that, but Maggie's Faith is way better than the no trinket, because Maggie's Faith means HP, which means devil deals, which means better runs, which means a safer run. So we only have 3 keys here. I do want to go into the dice room, but not yet. I really don't want to do this. The problem with the one room is that it doesn't affect our stats. It only affects the items that we take, including, I believe, the Arkey as well. And I think that the Arkey is worth more than a one-room reroll, than a one-room. Even though Scapegoat, Papa Fly, and Adrenaline are all kind of, and of course Pageant Boy are all pretty doo-doo, we're guaranteed to get only 1 devil deal out of that. Now, what I would consider is if we get a second devil deal item on this floor and then we re-roll, because then potentially we can ball out of control there, at least get, 2 different devil deals. We've already gained the benefits of the mark, and it was basically the soul heart at that point, because we don't know what our stats are going to look like after that. But as you can see here, even though we're hitting fairly hard for where we are at right now, our tears rate is preventing a lot of that. It's hamstringing a lot of this curve that we should be just dominating right now with. Let's see here. Wow, we almost, even with 6.29 damage, we almost were unable to race that that dark worm, dark grub. You've got to be kidding me. And so I'm just going to use right now. Get a crawl space. I'm going to use the 2 of diamonds, but not yet. Get belly jelly here. Belly jelly's perfectly fine for a damage upgrade. Yeah, we are almost certainly going to re-roll on this floor here. I mean, this is Beelzebub, like 2 or 3 Beelzebub, but it really comes down to what is the one room going to give us. I'm definitely re-rolling this floor though. I'm hoping, foolishly holding out hope that we're going to get another devil deal here. Like we just pick up like 1 or 2 at most crappy items and then re-roll them into hopefully something good. But this is officially a time where I definitely would rather take my chances with a re-roll than suffer through what we currently have here. And we get extra money. I went this way because I wanted to go in the secret room, and also because we can get into the shop with a bomb. I don't want to buy a shop item right now. Maybe we'll come back and buy Dreamcatcher, but not right now, and I'm certainly not buying that piece of crap. Someone linked a video on the Isaac subreddit, which is a place I never go to. Talking about someone was wondering how they died in this clip. Someone posted it on my Discord. And it was I think it was a Tainted Keeper run, and they had taken Broken Modem, and they ran into a frozen shot that was frozen by Broken Modem and died on the It Lives fight, which is the main reason why I've said for many years now why Broken Modem is just god awful. It is not a good item, in my opinion. You can still like it. Again, I don't hate people who like. I don't hate people who like items I don't. Dude, okay. Papa Fly, you're done. You are actually done. I think that was a combination of our orbital and a Papa Fly shot, but we can't take a damage up. We cannot take a devil deal now. And we may, depending on the quality of the reroll, we may also just R-key on this floor here. Papa Fly may be innocent. All those, that's the thing, is that you all have the benefits of just rewinding. I record these in real time, so I don't have the benefit of saying exactly what hit us. I'm just going off of what my eyes saw. Scapegoat. It's these type of runs though that I'm glad that they show up every now and then, because it at least gives me a chance to show off why I don't like certain items. Scapegoat has been an absolute villain in this run. But we were absolutely done dizzle with this. It's either R-key or we one room and hope for the best. Or we use R-key now. I forgot that if we re-roll, it's gonna re-roll the R-key, I think. Is there a space bar item that we can pick up now? I don't think so, because we have no, there's not, because we had no. I'm just not feeling it. Let's go for one more floor, and then I'm not going any further with the R key after this next floor. We're not going to depths with this build. We'll see if we can maybe squeeze out one more item out of this, but this is a yeah, this is not a good situation we're in. And I'll be honest, if we didn't have this R key, we might be cooked before win number 1100. Thank you, Belly Jelly. See, this is an absolute fantastic showcase of why I'd never ever take Scapegoat. Now, if Scapegoat actually held the aggro on mobs permanently, whichever one it attracts to, then it would be an absolute god tier item. But it doesn't. That's the big problem, is that an enemy can be going after Scapegoat, and then next thing you know, it's turning right back around on Isaac. So this is pretty much the best case scenario here with this boss trap, because we can go in there with only 1 HP and still have the protection of a soul heart, technically, if you want to consider an eternal heart a soul heart in this spot, because it will stop you from taking 1 damage. But obviously, it's not ideal because you lose the eternal heart, which is very valuable, especially at this point. Unfortunately, the second that we get rid of No, we immediately get an active item. Good shot by Papa Fly there. Yeah. Hoping for a reverse judgment card here. We get a reverse devil card, which at least will give us flying. Like, you use it in here. Save us a key. Let's get Seraphim in. Look at that. We end up getting a damage upgrade. Oh, Bethany. We can use this. We can use this in the boss room. Seraphim, if we can get to the boss fast enough, will be a huge help for us. It's the boss. That combined with the Soul of Bethany, of course. We gotta hurry, though. It only lasts for a minute, I believe. Yeah, we get Fallen. Fortunately, Seraphim just disappeared. A Little Horn and a Krampus fight. That's just great. Because Krampus is not on me, it's hard for me to determine which way he's going to be possibly firing his cross brimstone beam. Good hits by Little Horn, and unfortunately we got that at Krampus. Okay, so the point of order is we lose this soul heart on whatever. Even if we have to bomb ourselves. And then we go into the boss trap room. And then we use our key. Oh, we needed to do. I don't want to lose the Eternal Heart, obviously. I don't believe the Eternal Heart will kick in on the next floor. Yeah, movement speed for sure. We've called in the tactical R key. There might be some people who don't like that play, hoping in an Omega run, but look, brother, if you want to go for an Omega run in this run, here's the seed. Go for it. I mean, that's all you. So we're going to take the R key here and try again. Looking for extra money here. Now, we have no safety net now, but it is nice that we at least have Maggie's Faith. So at least we will always have half of a soul heart at best to help us get through the early game here. But now we're flying by the seat of our pants at this point. The haunted chest over there, which I do want. There's a great chest there. Yeah, I'm just gonna back out because I'm not gonna give that jerk a chance to hit us. And now would be a perfect time for the reroll because I definitely do not want to stick with Scapegoat or Pop-A-Fly. I'm not gonna use a bomb for this sticky nickel there. I think it's kind of a waste. We already have... That's good. We already have a good amount of money here. Got stuck on the rock. Gonna go in with the orbitals blazing here. Piggy bank's fine. We can generate more money with wooden nickel. We may not even have to buy that soul heart, although I probably end up doing it anyway. So when you R key, the timer does not reset, so it's not like we get a second chance here at boss rush. Hey, glitter bombs. Again, not a stat upgrade, but if we ever needed to really, and I mean if we were down bad so much that we needed to do this, we could. We could spam bombs and get hearts and that sort of stuff, or consumables. Like now that we have 5 bombs here, this is definitely worth it. Oh my gosh, and glitter bombs give us a demon heart. Well, don't mind if I do. Remember, we still have the 4.5 volt from the first run, which is still technically this run, but nice. And there we go. Movement speed and damage, but again, we still are not getting any solutions for our abysmal tears rate yet. That's really the only problem now that we're facing is we just need tears up. So our movement speed is way good, like super wow good. Our damage is excellent. We just need that pesky tears rate upgrade, then we should be in business. We have plenty of protection here for our devil deal. This could be another. I would laugh if this is another reroll room here. I mean, I said I would do it, and I'm gonna do it. Okay, so it does not take. It doesn't take your spacebar item. It's good to know. We have Montezuma's. I mean, this tears rate feels like a dream right now. We got Monty, we got Fate, we got Money Equals Power. We do have Bum Friend and Pokego, which is kind of a bummer. Experimental treatment also kind of sucks, but it doesn't look like it hurt us that much on our damage. It hurt us on our damage, but and we get the stopwatch too. So yeah, that was definitely a worthwhile endeavor there. That reroll. Just having Fate and having flying is great, and then you combine that with Monty. The fact that we don't have to worry about Scapegoat anymore is this is just heaven. Yeah, good luck, Blighted Ovum. We are not the same Eden as you just saw a couple minutes ago. And we got Sack Dagger. Our 2 devil items officially were Sack Dagger and Money Equals Power. Really? Oh, we've already been there. Go. Get a range upgrade, which is kind of a bummer, but what can you do? scam box, which people got fired up that I was calling it the Alabaster box, the scam box. Dude, it literally takes 6 soul hearts away from you. That's 6 soul hearts you can't pick up, no matter what. No, thank you. My God. Black pin is definitely the most dangerous one. And nice tears up here. Nice. And we got these hairball. Good. Things are already coming together here. I think I'm gonna go back and buy 1 key. Half price, and we'll see what you are. Nice sun card. Yeah, take it. Curse the Maze. It's actually kind of foolish to come in here because if we didn't get this random soul heart, we would have lost this. We would have lost this eternal heart. So that was pretty foolish on my part. And a dime as well, man. This is just night and day, brother. We might even be able to play the sack room shuffle here. The Yarrow rune. Now we're operating in more of a comfort zone, more of our wheelhouse. Get host hat. Somebody did ask me a couple days ago whether or not is 7 seals worth taking if you have explosive immunity. Yes, that's the only real reason why I don't like 7 seals is because it can hurt you. No 9 lives, unfortunately. Not really worth it. I'm not going to play the sack room though until we secure the devil deal, if we get one on this floor. But I think sack room shuffle is definitely I think that's a good shout. Check the shot, man. Oh man, Wood Nickel is already paid out, and we get the treasure map along with the car battery. So we're gonna get double activation. We're gonna get double activation off of Wood Nickel every time we use it, which is just, which is pretty much a guaranteed payout because you flip a coin twice, you're bound to get one or the other. Another Eternal Heart, which is, hey, that's perfectly fine with me. I know some people would probably want me to let Bumfriend get a couple coins here and there, but you know what? He joined the wrong team for that. We don't pay out. There, he can pick up the piggy bank pennies. Are you happy? Remember, half hearts and a bone heart count for a full heart. That was a very, very confusing statement to make. But you cannot exceed more than 1 full heart of damage with a bone heart, regardless of the source of damage. Normally, sack rooms will charge you 1 full heart, either be soul heart or red heart. But because it is a bone heart, it cannot be one half heart will count as a full tap. I'm not going to go grab those double hearts because that's just a huge waste on this one. Redemption. I do wish that redemption wouldn't show up nearly as often. A great clip there by the Vis. 30 cents and we swallowed Maggie's faith, which is actually not a good thing, but we also just got robbed. We just got blind robbed there by Bumfriend. We get restock. So Maggie's Faith is not. That's not a good outcome here for us, because now we have kind of a ticking time on when we can, on how many soul hearts we can get, because we're going to consistently be getting eternal hearts unless we choose to lose it, of course. 35 minutes and 44 seconds into the video, and here we are on Caves 2. Obviously, with the R-key, it's a little skewed. Nice double payout there. I'm going to check this side of the map first here, just because it looks like this is going to be an item room or something. Now, we still have this Eternal Heart, and we can definitely lose it if we wanted to prevent us from having too many Red Heart HP upgrades. Vaults are just so cooked. E-Twanky, E-Twanky might be okay. Be ultra lazy here. Like, the problem is that Bum Friend's going to take any money that we would get from the D20, and I would basically be using it just to capture some random hearts or chests or something like that. We don't have to worry about explosions anymore because of Host Hat, which is nice. Soul of Bethany. But remember, we also have money equals power, so anytime Bum Friend picks up money, we're losing. That's damage that we're not having. Sorry about all the all the voice clearing too. It's been rough the last couple of days, man. I don't believe that I'm getting sick, but it's I think it's allergies, honestly, with the way that the weather has been going lately. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna get rid of, I guess, Lazarus's rags. And we get Binge Eater! Well, if we're going to go red hearts, then this is the way to do it. Not going to take Cursed Eye for obvious reasons. What are you? He rerolled. Well, we don't have Binge Eater anymore. We have Greed's Eye. We lost Restock. We still have Maggie's Faith. We have Guppy's Eye. Proptosis, Maw of the Void. We also have Brittle Bones. I Greed's kind of annoying. I figured I'd take it on for just for fun. At least we don't have to worry about Pokego anymore. Proptosis Maw of the Void is just so good. That's the second reroll we've done on this run. Oh yeah, we don't have Host Hat anymore. We also have Uncle Holy Water. Oh my god. Yeah, see, Fatty Batty, you need to stop shooting at me. I need you to only shoot whenever there's something on the screen, please. Thank you. Great freeze there by Uncle Holy Water. Take damage and movement speed, and we're going to absolutely take Lusty Blood here. We're cooking. I also have backpack too, which I just now realized. I mean, I wouldn't want to, there's not really too many scenarios where I'd want to keep the soul converter anyway. Unless we just had way too many soul hearts, but it's still not like a automatic, we just keep this item, you know? For 9 lives, it's a second guppy item. Yeah, I'd say this reroll was even better than the last one. Although I do miss having Monty. This is a worthy replacement. Let's be honest, a better replacement. Oh, we have Keeper's Kin as well. Wow. Yeah, this is a fantastic reroll. Somehow we also maintain stopwatch. And we also don't have Bum Friend anymore, so it's even better. But we did lose Treasure Map, and I'm salty about that. Not really. Oh, we have Voodoo Head, so that's the reason why I have the second curse room here. I did not realize that. We get 2 soul hearts out of there. So we can expect one less special room to spawn. Because it's going to be replaced automatically with a second curse room, which, those of you who've ever watched these videos, you know that curse rooms are typically not great. And I know the Voodoo Head lovers out there will try to tell you, oh, but they're increased chances for better rewards. Brr, 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 brr. No. No. You may get better rewards from Voodoo Head, not because it has any real impact on the curse rooms, but because you're getting more curse rooms per floor. So the chance of you getting a good curse room is higher. But there will be people who swear up and down that Voodoo is like the greatest thing since sliced ever. And I said sliced ever there, not sliced bread. I mean, it's the greatest thing since sliced. Name your favorite sliced piece of whatever. We have 2 secret rooms as well. Oh, we have Torn Card. Oh, I saw Double Tinted Rock for a second. Gotta double check. X-ray specs helps us to find those extra secret rooms. A soul heart, practically a free soul heart. We also get a safety scissor, which is going to diffuse any troll bombs from here on out. I'm fine with that. It was quite the wacky wild one here today, I gotta say. But with these items, I mean, we've got this in the bag for sure. Even though it's 37 minutes and we're on Depths 1. It was a long road to get here. But boy howdy, am I happy we're here. I'm going to take the range upgrade. Don't really need the box. We get an Eternal Heart just randomly from the lipstick. Eye of Belial and also flying. Oh, man. We didn't get Guppy, but we almost have Guppy. With Keeper's Kin, we might as well have Guppy. Now, I think I actually could have possibly saved us 1 heart on the Devil Deal there by using Converter on one of our soul hearts. I think that would have saved us 1 soul heart overall. But I don't really care. Double soul heart payout, very nice. And, you know, look, I am not a huge fan of Voodoo Head, as I've already stated. Even in this run, I've stated that. But as with any item in Isaac, every item is always up for reevaluation, right? An item, there's been many occasions recently with options, for example. I mean, as recent as of like a couple of days ago, I reevaluated my position on my feeling on options, and I think that options is one of the premier shop items that you can possibly get. Now, obviously it's no Keeper's Sack, but it's definitely improved its power ranking a lot in the last couple of days. I've been very, very impressed with options. Shame that we don't have 4.5 volt anymore. So, you know, I may dislike Voodoo Head right now, but maybe, you know, there's always the chance that I'll come around and feel like an item is better than it is. But then better than I originally perceived. Nice freeze there, Uncle Holy Water. Yeah, we can take the damage upgrade now. I don't think there's any reason to go to Blue Baby. We get our second Krampus fight of the run. But this time we get a lump of coal. We'll take that, use the compost, and head on down. Curse of the Blind. With 9 lives, we kind of have an open permission to just take blind items in the Devil Deal, even on a late game run. This is also the time where someone in the comments will usually inevitably ask me, why do I keep shooting if there's nothing to shoot, despite us having I agreed, and that's because I'm charging up Maw of the Void for the next room. I do usually fire just out of habit, just in any room, empty or not empty. But there are times, like this time here, where legitimately I'm just charging up Maw of the Void. And I do the same for Brimstone very commonly. Should check the mob trap room here. We have safety scissors. We don't need to worry about troll bombs exploding, but yeah, with the amount of spiders we have, though, compost. This should be an automatic full spider and fly run here now. Like we can't lose our swarm unless we get really screwed by a bad boss. Which is definitely the title of a movie that I probably don't recommend Googling. It's not what we do here. The adults in the viewers' audience are laughing a lot right now. Those on-the-fly jokes. I'm gonna flip a pen. If it goes left, we take left. If the cap goes right, we take right. It went right. All right, pen, you're fired. You're fired. Get out of here. First, the Maze. And thank goodness we have X-ray specs to help us out. Of course, Curse the Maze won't let us go forward. We always want to make sure that we use compost before we start the next room. That way we can always use compost like the second that we clear the room ahead. It's an easy way to keep up your charge efficiency with your active items. And also with the very nature of compost, you want to always be doubling your spiders and flies. Usually there's a tinted rock in that room. This time there's not. One last Devil Deal here, and we get D Bizzle. Nail gives us Leviathan, which I'm just going to take. And we don't really need D Bizzle, to be honest. So I'm just going to save my hearts. We don't need them. Sorry, D Bizzle. We got the nail. The nail will at least help us out with HP if we do get into trouble. I definitely do not foresee it for the rest of this run. Maybe in an earlier time on this run for sure, especially the beginning, but yeah. Yeah. We're finally going to be able to use this Yarrow rune that we've been holding on to since, I don't know when. A couple runs ago now at this point. We're going to use it in the dark chest to see if we can complete Guppy. Probably not going to do a victory lap, though. We're already approaching over 50 minutes this one. As you've been hearing, my voice has been a little bit iffy the last couple of days here, and that's fine. It was still a fun run. It was a great reversal of a run here where, you know, we didn't have a lot to work with, but the R key, really, if you think about it, the R key was not that impactful. But it did thankfully set us up for the reroll. Because obviously we rerolled after we used the R key, so there's no telling whether or not we would have gotten that one room at that moment on the other run. And it was the one room that really set this whole situation off for us. We have Stompy or something, and I'm just not realizing it? Or do we have... Oh, we have Zodiac. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I didn't use the nail. I did not realize we had Zodiac. Yeah, Stanley's going to spawn and then probably die. Our spiders are all... They're all dead, but so is Stanley. I mean, our base damage isn't quite high enough to make the spiders really pop. But they still did a very good amount of damage. We got what we needed out of them, and that's all we can ask for sometimes. Now remember, we still have car battery, which is the reason why Compost has been also doing very well. Let's see here. We got Betrayal, Jello, Maggie, little Brimmy. Yep. Take Backstabber for sure. Pentagram for sure. We can take Jello here because it's honestly it's probably pretty much over for Compost. We'll take Jello here. Definitely want to keep up with the nail though, because obviously we still get that double activation, we get the double damage, we get the full soul heart. It's just a better version of the book of the Satanic Bible. Jello with the Proptosis eyes. Never not be funny. I don't know about that one game. We looked very behind that foot, but who's counting? This is going to be a ton of bombs for us. Lusty Blood still in effect, of course, and we've gone the wrong way. All right. Great hit there by Jello. Speaking of 2020, we get Twanky Twanky. Now, the real question is this the right way to go? And it is. And we're going to have the nail ready to go for Lamb. So at the end of the day, it was a very, very fun run, very satisfying run here. After we got, it wasn't as satisfying as the greed run yesterday, but this one was very good because Just how it started, especially with the tactical Archie, and then even that one not being that impactful, to where we ended up now is just great. That's what Isaac's all about. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great start to your Sundays here. Welcome all new members of the Mosh Pit. We had a lot of new subscribers. I don't know if they came over from TikTok or YouTube Shorts or just being recommended here on the YouTube recommended tab. Please let me know in the comments down below if you're one of the recent subscribers. I'd love to know how you found us and how you're enjoying your time in the Mosh Pit. It's great to have you. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a great start to your new week here in the Mosh Pit. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Mason Haggerty, Katie Bobady, Seven Fangs, and Wyatt Sipes. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.